not gonna do nothing. Enjoy prison, baby.
This happened last night at MIA after 26-year-old Devonna Cochran, 21-year-old Deajana Cochran, and 30-year-old Nafisa Dockery refused to get off their Frontier flight. Now, according to the arrest reports, it all started after
she just started throwing her.
After a Frontier worker told them they would have to pay for their baggage.
This is the reason I will never fly Frontier or Spirit. Simple as that. I'm not trying to. Yes, stuff happens on different airliners, but it's always those two where something is happening. We got 3 women who have been arrested for having some kind of fight because of their dispute of baggage fees. Which, how can you dispute it? If it's over a certain amount of pounds, you pay extra. If you have more than one bag, you pay extra. It's listed clearly. So what is there to argue about?
Trouble at the terminal ends with 3 women in handcuffs. And tonight, police say it all started over baggage fees moments before a Philadelphia-bound Frontier flight. Deputies say the trio forced their way onto the plane, and when law enforcement told them to get off the plane, they refused. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister is your reporter live at Miami International Airport.
What do you mean they forced their way on?
Where the outbursts happened. Anna?
Lauren, just imagine this. You just boarded your flight. You're waiting to take off. But then 3 people on your flight, they get into it with deputies and the flight staff. And then everyone is forced to deplane, including yourself. That's what happened over the weekend when this Frontier flight was heading to Philadelphia. And these 3 women, they got into it with not only law enforcement, but the staff there. Check out the cell phone video of the moment that these 3 women had to deboard the plane in handcuffs. Check this out.
You look good. You're not gonna do nothing. Enjoy prison, baby.
This happened last night at MIA after 26-year-old Devonna Cochran, 21-year-old Deajana Cochran, and 30-year-old Nafisa Dockery refused to get off their Frontier flight. Now, according to the arrest reports, it all started after
she just started throwing her.
After a Frontier worker told them they would have to pay for their baggage. Investigators say that they refused and then got into an argument with the employee. After the employee told them that they would not be allowed on the plane unless they paid for their baggage, they stormed onto the plane. Deputies were called, they went onto the plane, and they told the 3 of them that they had to get off. Well, the arrest report states that the deputies, they asked them multiple times, but they refused. Law enforcement was then forced to have the entire plane evacuate in order to arrest this trio. And during the struggle, deputies say that Dockery spit on a woman. And we showed Frontier passengers the video of the women being escorted off the plane. Here's the reaction.
It's really crazy. Like, it's disturbing, because why are you acting like this towards the workers? I mean, you know the rules and regulations. When you read the flight, they give you all the information, the rules. You know you're supposed to pay for baggage. Why act like this? That's insane.
No home training. Well, that's how it feels to me. He's 100% right. You know what happens. You're Frontier, you got to pay for your baggage. There are certain times, it says it when you're buying your ticket, how much baggage will cost, how many bags you get checked in for free, if you get any checked in free at all. It's obvious. But they didn't want to spend the money. Maybe they didn't have the money. But what are you doing causing a scene? We are grown adults. Let's keep going.
The group is charged with battery, trespassing after a warning, and resisting an officer. They're expected to appear in bond court tomorrow. And we did reach out to Frontier and MIA for their statements, and we're waiting to hear back. But for now, reporting live from MIA, Anna McAllister.
Now, it's always there's always either Spirit or Frontier that causes problems like this. Maybe because some people say it's cheaper. Some people say the less you pay for it, the less respect you have when you're there. That's why when people spend a crazy amount of money, they usually act pretty right. At least that's my understanding. At least that's what I think. But let me know your thoughts. Let's get over into one more video about this.
Now at 7, an outburst at the airport ends with 3 women in jail. Deputies say they were forced to leave a Frontier flight heading to Philadelphia last night after refusing to pay for their carry-on luggage. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister is your reporter live at MIA tonight where that outburst happened. Anna, fill us in.
So Jim, just imagine this. You get on a plane, everybody's sitting down, you're preparing to take off, but then deputies come on, they tell you, you and everybody else on the plane has to get off because of 3 people. They were allegedly arguing with the deputies and the flight staff. That's when things escalated. The deputies apparently told them multiple times that they had to get off. They were refusing to do so. Then the whole plane had to deboard, and cell phone video captures the moments when these 3 women walked off of the plane in handcuffs.
See, they're doing all this. They're doing all this. And when we deport, they're just going to force you off anyway. And now you got to get dragged around. What are we doing? Come on now. I'm not trying to waste my time. We got a schedule to keep. Now it's going to take longer to get there. And you went through all this for what? You're still going to have to get off the plane. They're just going to force you and you might get hurt. Let's keep going.
Check this out.
Yeah, you look good. We're not going to do nothing. Enjoy prison, baby.
This happened last night at MIA after 26-year-old Devonna Cochran, 21-year-old Diajana Cochran, and 30-year-old Nafisa Dockery refused to get off of their Frontier flight. According to the arrest reports, it all started after a Frontier worker told them they would have to pay for their baggage. Investigators say they refused and then got into an argument with the employee. After the employee told them that they wouldn't be allowed on the plane unless they paid for the baggage, they stormed onto the plane. Deputies were called, went onto the plane, and told them that they had to get off. The arrest report states that deputies asked them to get off multiple times and they refused. Law enforcement was then forced to have the entire plane evacuate in order to arrest them. During the struggle, deputies say that Dockery spit on a woman, and we showed Frontier passengers the video of the women being escorted off the plane.
It makes me feel a little sad, like we should have a little more decorum, you know, 'cause it's a public place and flying already is a little nerve-wracking for some people, so it's like, you know, it's a good thing to be composed.
The group is charged with battery, trespassing after warning, and resisting an officer. They're expected to appear in bond court tomorrow. We did reach out to MIA and Frontier, and we're still waiting to hear back. But for now, reporting live from MIA.
Take them to jail. At the end of the day, take them to jail. They know better. They know how they're supposed to act, but they still choose not to. Take them to jail. Let's go over to the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information to see if they tell us anything differently. So the conflict happened between, it doesn't matter the age, Arthur. It does not matter the age. We got Nafita, 30, Devana, 26, and Diajana, 21. Looks like 2 family members and another one attempted to board the Philadelphia-bound flight with excess luggage, bypassing the gate's agent's instructions. The woman rushed past the agents into the restricted area, later refusing to leave the aircraft even after their tickets were voided, forcing a full plane evacuation. During the removal, one passenger allegedly spit on an employee, and the group physically resisted arrest. The incident caused a 1-hour delay. So they're following their booking at the Night Correction Center. The individuals face charges including trespassing, resisting an officer, with additional charges reported for one individual, most likely the spitting. Was it worth it? At the end of the day, was it worth it doing this? If you would have just got up, or first of all, if you pay attention to what you're doing and don't have enough money, if you don't got enough money, just say that. I don't know what you could have done, but you shouldn't have been on the flight. And then you can't get mad when the rules clearly stated. It clearly states in the rules you got to pay for it. You don't get a free baggage check. You don't get too much. If you have too much luggage, they're going to tell you to pay for the extra. Everyone knows that when they come to the airport. It's assumed that, well, it should be assumed that somebody would understand when the flight attendant or the person checking your ticket and checking your bags in explains that you got to pay some money. But these people decided they ain't going to pay it and they're going to just rush the plane. What do you think is going to happen? You think they're just going to let you go by? You think they're just going to let, all right, well, they made it on, so they're safe. Nah, you got to get off. If you don't get off by yourself, we're going to force you off. It's as simple as that. The entitlement. And the woman was like, yes, please record. Record. Thank you, friend. Yeah, I'm recording to show how stupid you look. This is something you caused. Because you didn't understand you had to pay for extra baggage. The world is a crazy place, y'all. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Remember, y'all, the best way to show your support is just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can be up to date on all the videos, y'all. Jesus.